welcome. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Your video is about to start. I just wanted to invite you to take a moment with me to remember our deployed military members who cannot be home like most of us can be. It is a cause that is near and dear to my husband's heart and therefore my own as well. And if you feel like it, take a moment with us. Enjoy your video. Bye-bye. Happy Friday, guys. TGIF. I hope you had a great week and I hope you have an even better weekend. Okay, so this is another someone stealing benefits from dead people. We see these all the time. Okay, so in this case, it is someone of Kokomo, Indiana, and she apparently stole over $200,000 from her deceased husband's work record. Yeah. Okay, so here's how it went down. According to court documents, beginning around July of 1985, yep, she's been convicted, so I'll say her name, Rebecca Fields, and her husband is LF, and I assume they give you the initials only to protect his identity because he has not been convicted of anything. He has passed. Anyway, her husband so LF, the husband, began receiving Social Security benefits back in 85. In 2002, Rebecca, who is now 70 years old, but back in, this is over 20 years ago, she requested to be added as his representative payee, her husband's representative payee, which, as you know, is usually used when someone is not competent to manage their own funds. And the Social Security Administration approved her being the RP. And that wouldn't be unusual. She's a family member, etc. And I guess he didn't oppose it or whatever. So, and they do go on to explain here, when a qualified retirement beneficiary lacks the capacity to manage his or her own benefits, the SSA may approve a representative payee to receive the beneficiary's benefits and to use them for the beneficiary. That would, of course, also be true of a non-retirement beneficiary, but a disabled beneficiary. And in such instances, the SSA, they do explain, requires a representative payee to annually certify a continuing relationship with the beneficiary and how the representative used the beneficiary's program benefits on his or her behalf. On April 10th of 06, the husband dies. LF passes away. Nonetheless, not only did Ms. Fields fail to report that fact to the SSA, but she also completed at least 13 representative payee reports between 2007 and 2022, upon which she falsely claimed that LF continued to live with her. These reports also contained false claims that she had spent his retirement benefits on his behalf to maintain his health and well-being. The lies were aimed at deceiving the SSA, of course, into continuing to pay her money that she was not owed. As a result, Rebecca Fields received approximately $231,000 in her husband's Social Security benefits, which of course would not be owed to him because he had passed, of which she was not entitled after he passed away. Yeah, so that's pretty bad. Yep, see? People do collect benefits off of dead people, folks. So when people tell you it doesn't happen, we report on them, I want to say multiple times a month. It's not always dead people, but we have certainly a healthy share of them. And that's just what's reported here. That is not everything that's gone down, of course. These are not um, all of the scams that go on. So it looks like she's been sentenced to 3 years of probation after pleading guilty to making a false statement to illegally receive the Social Security benefits. 3 years probation. And she's in order to pay the $231,000 restitution. She's 70. I'm sure that has something to do with it. But let's face it, she's probably never going to pay the restitution. I mean, they're going to still let her get Social Security benefits because she probably needs them to live. I'm guessing on that. But I don't know. No jail time for her. I know someone was kind enough to make a comment on another one, and I'm like, is that sufficient? And I forget which one of you it was, but it was a thoughtful comment, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. It wasn't my first thought, but I appreciated the suggested reasons of why it might be okay. And I did agree, and I bet you those would probably apply here. So whoever it was, if you want to chime in, I forget which one of you it was. I'd have to go look, but I can never find anything. There's so many comments in there, but that seems really light. Um, the thought of putting a 7-year-old in prison, if it was a man, would he have gone to prison? Is it because it's a female? Just asking the question. I don't know. Um, I don't know. It seems very light to me. Maybe there should have been community service at the very least. As of now, she's got nothing. There's like no punishment. Probation, so what? She's collecting retirement. She's not going to, and I don't think they're going to take it all away, but it's going to mean she's going to be in the poorhouse. They're going to have to pay it for her and she can go on a payment plan like everybody else. So, because you can't, if she's going to be put into the street gutter, then she's going to be in a shelter one way or the other. We don't do that. So, anywho, I don't know what you guys think. I think it's a little late though. Something. Couldn't you gotten her 3 months? Something to make her, I don't know, feel it a little bit more? I mean, maybe not 5 years or anything, but come on. I don't know. What do you think? Happy Friday, guys. I'll talk to you later. Maybe I'll see you Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our 2-hour live Q&A every Wednesday. Talk to you later. Bye.